So, guys, welcome to this English speaking session. We started recording this English meeting. I'm sure that today we're gonna have an amazing conversation here. I'm so glad to have you all out here, and I'd like to you guys start saying hello for followers here on the YouTube channel, and start with you, Tenver. Give us a hi for everyone. Give us hello for everyone who are watching us here. Tell us a little bit, how was your day today? How was your week, your last week? Let's know how it have been.
Last week I am so pretty busy and because my cousin birthday and previous time it was how can I it it was 70 September definitely, and we are so many arrangement, and we decorated her private room, and we are so enjoyed this time. Our so many I have so many cousin and everyone invited, and they are gathered this time, and they are enjoyed this time, and we are very friendly, and that's why we are enjoy this time, and we are doing a fun. We did fun. Then next day we same we are so busy because we are near my home and my cousin home, near my home, and we are going to her home, and our city distance from, how can I say, it was distance 1 or 2 kilometer, and it's not pretty distance, and
It's
we
not
are
so
very
far.
happy with this time. Okay.
Yeah, I got you, man. Thank you for sharing. And how about, let me just ask you some things here. Hello, Arma. How have you been?
Hello, Executive. I'm fine. How about you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for joining us here. And the second one, I'd like to warn you that we are recording this English meeting. Okay. So, as always, we do. And then third one, I'd like to ask you if it's possible to open your camera because, as I told you for our other partners here, we are on a video call. So that's why we decided to use this app to make this English conversation. And if you have no problem, I'd like to ask you to open your camera because people like to see you and they have a better experience to watching you speaking, to listening you, and to pay more attention, pay closer attention about your English, okay? Just if you have no problem. And now I'd
No,
like to thank you so much. I can see you now. Thank you so much for opening it. And Ahmda, tell me a little bit about your wiki. How was your wiki? How was your day? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
uh, today I am very busy because I went university, and I took my graduation degree, and then I am searching now. I am looking for a job. Last 2 months. That's why I am scrolling every apps to get job in Pakistan. So my day, overall day, my busy. That's it.
Man, let me ask you here. Let me see if I got you. Did you got your bachelor's degree?
Yeah.
Oh man, let's know a little bit more about it. Why or what type of bachelor's degree did you got? What was your matters? Or let me know here what you got, what you started. For instance, a teacher, a lawyer. How was your degree? Which degree did you got?
Uh, my degree major is BBA Finance, Bachelor of Business Administration.
Oh,
Basically, this
nice.
field is banking sector, as other police job, and agriculture jobs, and this job is enough. But today, our city, our country is not very well to मतलब क्या कहते हैं no job in Pakistan. That's why too much take I'm take too much time.
Okay, I got you, man. I know, but congratulations for your bachelor's degree. Congratulations for your college. That is awesome. That is the first step that you're gonna do at your life and for a better life, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
And we are so happy. We are so glad to have you here with us. So, hello from Brazil. Hello from Cambodia now. Hello from Qatar and for Bangladesh. I would like to say welcome from Pakistan member, new Pakistan member here at our English group. And now I'd like to know about you, Ta. Tell us a little bit about your last wiki. Let us know what's happened with you.
Yes, hello, Alex and everyone. My weekday was good. It's as always, just go to work and study. But today I was not feeling well because I have a running nose and maybe I have a cold. So I all I already take medicine. I think it will be better. But I want to join our English class because I was absent last week and I don't want to absent this week too. And then I like to join maybe just a second, and then I will go to bed.
Nice, nice. And how is your English? Let's know a little bit about your English studies. I'd like to know, have you ever been studied the last week, or are you just studying here with us? Are you just practicing your speaking skills here at Saturday's morning with us, Saturday night at your country, of course?
Me?
Yes, I'd like to know how is your English studies? Have you ever been studied or did you study the last week English or are you more focused on your college or other things? Let's know a little bit about your English studies.
Yes, I study English every single day, even sometimes I very busy, but I take time to improve my English. And even today, I went to study English course we call English for communication, and I studied with my friends at university. It's just to to get more to study more English to improve, and then always
Now,
every Saturday I go to study English for communication. I join English practice speaking class in the evening or at night. Yes.
awesome, awesome. That's this part. That's this part. You should study English after day. You should study English every time that's possible. And let's know about you, Ralph. Ralph, tell us a little bit. How did you study? Let's know if you have been studying English by reading or by listening, or you have been studying all these three topics to improve your English skills. Let's know a little bit about your English studies.
Hello, Alex. I study English. I study English alone in my house
Yes.
with with uh, with with Google.
Why cooking? Why cooking? You both study English. Why you are cooking?
Google. No, with Google. With Google.
Okay, Google. Okay, nice. They have been used Google Translator. Google
I use
helps.
Google for apps. Yeah.
Nice, nice. And it's just you, or you both study English? Your wife and you have been studying English together?
No, me alone.
Really? Just you?
Yeah.
And let me know, why did you study English? Because I don't know if I'm right, but are you living in the Qatar right now? Isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
And why are you studying English? People in Qatar just speaking English, or what is the major language at Qatar?
Yes, people in Qatar speak English.
Really? I didn't know, man.
In my home country, we speak French, not English. We study in French language. I know Arabic, but not enough in Qatar. We must study
Nice, man. Nice. And but how let me know here. What did you do in Qatar? Are you working on your career, in your own career, your major? A dentist, like a dentist?
Yes, I work like orthotist prosthetist, not like dentist.
Ah, okay. Orthodox protest. Okay.
Yes, I made artificial line like braces.
Oh, okay. I got you, man. I got you now. I understood. You usually work for companies that provide some,
Final deviation.
yes, you work for a company or some things like that that provide some equipments for people who maybe lost their members, maybe lost their movements.
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay. Sure. That's very awesome, man. Oh, that's very important for everyone all over the world. You do a great job.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to say welcome for Charming. Charming, how have you been?
Hello everyone. Hello Anais. Yeah, I'm pretty good. And what about you?
We are
How are
doing
you doing?
great. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually I was eating so that I'm late for this session.
Okay, no problem, no problem. How was your meal? It was good. What did you eating? What did you were eating?
Actually, I finished my dinner, and obviously it's very early. But actually, in at none, I didn't eat anything. I was slept, so that and early I finished my dinner.
Oh, okay, but let me know if I understand you. Did you finish your meal right now, but you didn't eat anything yet?
Yeah, I finished my dinner, but I didn't eat anything in none at none.
Nice, nice. I got you. So, and tell us a little bit about you, Denver. Explain for us, how is your English? How do you feel about your English?
Yeah, I think it's my English day by day improving, and English is international language, so we are concerning about it, and every people should learning English, and English is need every sector, and it is necessary language. And so, previous or last years we are joined with you, and then I I am so beginner student. I was so beginner student that time, but I think now I am improving my English speaking and improving my English listening, and it's pretty oil for about my life, and it's better for my life. And I think it is bring a better for my life. And anything, it's job sector or study sector, everything is important. That's why now I feel better.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, to get started, I'd like to share my screen with you here. We're gonna talk today about a little story, okay? But first of all, before we get started, I'd like you guys open your mind about it, okay? It will be just a history. It will be just a little short or a short story. So we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna start by reading it, and after that, we're gonna make some questions and we're gonna discuss about the short story. And you're gonna give me some ideas. What did you thought about it? And what did you understand? And if there are some new words for you. Okay, so we're gonna read it together. And after that, we're gonna discuss what happened on this short story. I hope you like it. As I said, guys, besides your own culture, it will be just a short story, okay, just to practice English. And I chose it, this one. Let me see here. I'm gonna share with you. This story is called Appearances Are Deceptive. Do you know what this title means? Appearances are deceptive, which means
Hello,
that's,
grandpa. Hello.
yes, that
Actually,
means.
I am I am little bit busy. I will join you later. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much to being here. See you soon.
Yeah, I have urgent work. I call you back.
Perfect.
Like you are in mood.
Okay, sorry, guys. Thank you. So appearances are deceptive means that some things that seems to be good maybe can be bad, maybe can be not so good, or things that can be bad that seems to be bad can be a good thing, and we are not seeing the right way. Okay, so that means appearances are deceptive or appearances are good. Let's see what the short story is gonna bring to us. I'm gonna read it, and after that, I'd like to discuss with you. Okay, so let's get started by reading. A man died and went to heaven. At first, he liked it there. It was very peaceful, and he enjoyed himself sitting on clothes, playing the harp, and talking to all the friends that he met there. After about a year, however, he began to feel bored. It was always the same. There was nothing to do except to fly around, sit on clouds, play the harp, and talk to old friends. He decided to go and see St. Peter about it. He went to St. Peter's office. Good morning, St. Peter, he said. Good morning, said St. Peter. What can I do for you? It is very nice here in heaven, said the man. But I'm bored. There is nothing to do here. I would like a change. Would you like to go to hell? Asked St. Peter. I don't know, answered the man. What is it like there? I can show you, replied St. Peter. St. Peter went to a kind of celestial television and turned it on. The screen showed a wonderful picture. There was a man lying on a beautiful white beach near a lake of clear blue water. Blue water. At his side, at his side was a whiskey bottle and a glass. There was a wonderful car which looked like a Lamborghini. Standing near the car was a very sexy woman in a bikini. Now, said St. Peter, would you rather stay here or to go to hell? I'd rather go to hell, exclaimed the man. It looks wonderful. You can go if you like, said St. Peter, but I think you better stay here. You see, the water in the lake is boiling. If you look closer, you will see that the car has no wheels. The whiskey bottle was empty, and the woman is your wife. So Guys, this was a funny story. It's like a funny story. It's based on some things related to heaven, related to saint, some things like that. But the main point here is to be funny. It to be a funny story. It to be the make some focus on the title. The title said that appearances are deceptive, and there's a lot of things at our lives that could fit with this title. You know, could fit with this title. Because let me ask here for you, Ta. Ta, have you ever got some situation at your life that you thought it would be very bad, but when you pass through, when you face this problem, you notice that was not so bad as you look like, as it looked like. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what happened in this short story? Sometimes we face some problems that we think it to be very, very difficult. But when we face it, when we got through this bad situation, we notice that it was not so difficult as it looked like. Do you know?
Okay,
Have
got it.
okay. Have you ever faced something like that at your own life?
Yes, actually, I I have some experience with this. It related to the story that after I finished graduate examination, I decided to study bachelor degree, but I don't know what major, the main major that I had to study. So at the first time, I think that I want to study mathematics, but that's not true because it's just I'm thinking, and then I decided, let me tell you more. I decided to study mathematics in the province that um, the town, the small town um, in Cambodia. And then I realized that I don't like mathematics. And then I want to change my major. And at that time, I feel like my life is is over. I don't know where to go. And it is in that time it was a big problem for me. And I try and try to ask everyone around me, and even my family cannot help me. So I think that my life is over, and I know no better way to go. I don't know where to go. And then after that, it's now in present. As I look back, it's just a small problem for me. It's not very big that I cannot deal with it. That's it.
I agree 100%. And how was very interesting your story. I love this example because sometimes we thought things is gonna be the last opportunity of our life, but that's not true. Always there will be hours new ways to follow. There will be hours new directions to take in our life. We just needed to be ready to take this action, to take action, to start doing new things. And to be honest with you, I just got started my bachelor's degree in electrical engineer, and I'm so scared because I was looking at the matters, I was looking at the topics that I'm going to study in the future, and I'm so scared because there will be a lot of mathematics stuffs, and I'm not so good in mathematics, and I'm so afraid that I maybe will not learn, maybe I will not manage to finish my bachelor's degree. I just got started last week, but now I'm already facing some doubts, some self-doubts. You know, self-doubts is I do not believe in my own abilities, my own skills, but I know that everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine, because when I got these matters, when I achieved this topic on my bachelor's degree, I'm gonna learn it because they're gonna teach me, and I'm gonna study harder. And if you just put the right efforts, I know that you can learn, I can learn, and that is not be the last thing of my life. That is to be just a part of my life that I needed to put more efforts than other parts and things like that. So things go on. It will go. Things will go on, and we're gonna pass through this situation. So thank you for sharing your situation, our little story with us, and we really appreciated that. Now I'm gonna ask it some questions here for you guys, and all the questions it's gonna be related to this story. So let's go here for the first part. I'd like to ask you for you. Let me see here again who you have here. So now I'd like to ask for you, Charmy. Charmy, could you explain for us? The first question is, I'd like to you said to me if it is true or if it is wrong, or and you could say for us what is the right option here. So first is when the man was in heaven, he was perfectly satisfied and wanted to remain there. First, it is true this sentence is correct, is in accord with the test that we just read. What do you think?
Actually, in my phone, it is not so clear. I didn't see clearly.
Okay. So when the man was in heaven, let me ask you, Denver, did you got the information? Do you believe that it's true or it's not true? The first sentences here. Let me try explain better here, guys. I'd like just to know, for us, we read the test here. You can see in the
Actually,
first part.
Alex, can you zoom it little?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said that you can zoom it.
Yes,
Zooming.
yes, of course. Let me just a second here. Let me just change it, my screen. So I'm gonna back to the short story here again, just to explain for that first story, that first question, or that first sentence. Affirmative was affirmative about the first part, but as we can see, the first part of the short story, we said that a man died and went to heaven, but at first he liked there, but after a while he didn't like anymore, and he said that he was bored, as we can see here. I'm bored. So as he was bored, the first sentence, as we can see here, is not right, because the first sentence in affirmative way said that when the man was in heaven, he was perfectly satisfied and wanted to remain there, which means wanted to be there forever. But as we read, he said that he was bored. So let's see the first alternatives that we have here. He didn't like at first, but later he began to like it. Or letter D. He liked it at first, but later became bored and want to go to another place. And we have 31, which is he didn't like it at all. So what
Number
is
two.
Its
Alex,
answer is B.
the answer is
excellent?
C.
Okay, so who said letter B is right? Because he liked at
Me.
first.
Actually, at first he didn't know about the boarding something. So at first he liked it, but when he bored and he didn't like it, and he want to go another place.
Exactly. That's right. You are right. And so that is the way that we are studying about the short story. So I thought interesting to pay attention when we read. In if you pay closer attention during the reading part, it'd be easy to answer. So the letter B here is the right, because at that time when he got at the heaven, of course, everything at the beginning it seems to be good. I'm love this, I love, but after a while he got so bored, as Charm just said, and he decided to go to other place. And that's it. That was the right sentence here. And let's see what the second one said for us. While, let me see the second one. While he was in St. Peter's office, he was shown a picture on a kind of celestial television. what he saw, or what he saw was, what he did saw at that time. First question, very attractive, but gave a false idea of how. Or letter B, very attractive and gave a true idea of how. And letter C, unattractive and gave a true idea of how. And letter D, unattractive and gave a false idea of how. So which one of these is right? Which one of this option is right? Letter A, letter B, or letter C, or for instance, letter D. Let's know what did you got about the story? What did you understand? Let's know how was your listening skills? How was your reading skills? What did you think about it?
Actually, I think we jumped into the passage again.
Okay, no problem. Let's jump for the question. Let's jump for the short story again. So here, he decided to go to St. Peter's office, and after he greeting each other, St. Peter's office went to off a kind of television and turned it on. And this really show a wonderful picture, as you can see. But the
Okay.
wonderful picture, there was a man lying on a beautiful white beach near a lake of clear blue water. So it was beautiful. But after a while, he asked to the guy, would you like to stay here or would you like to go to hell? And that guy decided to go to hell. So he said, I'd like to go to hell. But St. Peter said
Oh,
something like, but you better stay here because he said, the water in the lake is boiling. And if you look closer, you will see that the car has no wheels and the whiskey bottle is empty and the woman is your wife. So as we could see, St. Peter's office has a television and he showed a beautiful picture. But I would like to ask you here, ask the question that we are looking here. That wonderful picture was a real picture or was a fake picture? What did you talk? What did you show
In
it
my
here?
opinion, Alex, in my opinion, question number two, answer number C.
Okay, number C, Denver.
Sorry. Yeah, yes, C, C.
Why did you think it about? Why did you think it, Denver? Explain for us. Why did you think that is number C? An attractive and gave a true idea
It
of
is,
how.
it is the our faces rotate these stories. It is unattractive, but it's about it's rotate the writer rotate about a hill idea, true information. Give
Okay,
this. That's why it question number two, answer number C.
okay. How
I can
about you,
answer
Ralph?
it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it's B because when we saw the picture in the story, they saw the pictures very attractive. But when Peter said something about it, and he told that the true side of the hell, and it's about it's not so good. It's about like boring, and the water is not good, and there was one thing about the like his wife. So it's like that in the pictures he saw, it was very attractive, but and he gave Peter gave him a true idea of hell, that is what is going on in hell. I think that is right.
Okay, okay. And how about you, Ralph? What do you think, Ralph?
I think the response is B. Very attractive and got true idea.
Do you thought it to be letter B? Okay, very attractive and gave a true idea of how. And why did you think about it? Why do you think that it's the right answer?
Because he saw a picture of hell.
Yeah, but did you show the picture about the hell? And what the guy saw on this picture, the first, what he saw the first image.
He saw uh, good things for him.
Okay, but in the end of this picture,
And
what did said St. Peter? What said St. Peter for him?
He said the bottle of whiskey is empty and the sea is boiling.
Yes, exactly. But so if he at first he saw good things, but after a while, Saint Peter said, tell him that it was everything that he saw. It was not real. For instance, the first he saw a bottle, whiskey bottle. Oh, that's awesome. There'd be a whiskey bottle there. But after a while, Saint Peter said, did you notice that the whiskey bottle was empty? So there is no whiskey on the whiskey bottle.
Yeah,
And so that's bad. So it started with good things, but after a while they noticed that it was not so interesting as it was look like. So I asked him again, what type of
C,
which one is right?
C.
Letter C. So okay, thank you so much for your sharing. So Charming and Ralph, you both said letter C, and I'd like to know about you,
No,
Ta.
I, sorry, I gave the idea that is B. Answer is B because it was attractive when he saw the picture, but it was not really
Yes.
good. And its true story is that it's boring. And the Peter said that it's not so good because, and it's like that he tell him about true story about the hill, but
Exactly.
at first he saw that it was attractive, so answer is B, very attractive, and gave a true idea of hill.
I shared one.
I don't know if you're right. I don't know if you're right. Think it better. I should. You better think a little bit a little bit more about it because Rolf, let me ask you again. Which one do you choose?
Are I, Alex.
Go ahead, Denver. Which one did you choose?
I think the story about the land, how can I say, the land about not attractive because there are some bottles and unpredictable object and women is not suitable woman, and it is not attractive. Attractive means beautiful weather and beautiful environment, that it is means attractive. I think that.
Okay, and how about you, Rolf?
That's why
Which
it's
one?
answer C.
Okay,
B.
so
There
okay,
is no
Ralph choose the letter B. Charming choose letter
B.
B2, and David, which one did you choose?
C.
C. And let me know about Utah. Explain it for us. Which one did you choose and why?
Yes, as I said at the first time, I just B. I'm still standing B because the story when he first died, he went to the heaven, and when he feel bored, he want to go to place, and he asked Saint Peter to give him another place, and then at the first time he showed the picture, it's very attractive, and it was a wonderful place. There are car, a woman, whiskey, there are a lot of things. It's very attractive. And then we saw the last story. Saint Peter, he said about everything is not everything that you see, everything that you saw is not true like you think. Exactly, it's the true idea of the hell. So that's why I choose B.
Okay. So I would like to see, guys, I'd like to say to you, unfortunately, all of you are wrong because the right answer is to be letter A on this case. Because what did he saw at first when St. Peter's showed him the picture? He showed a beautiful picture, as you just said. There was a beautiful car, there was a beautiful woman, there was a good drink, a good whiskey bottle there. And so everything seems to be good at the first. But
Okay, I got
but
it. Actually, it was about just picture, not what Peter said. Just about the picture, and actually yes, because about this picture, it was always fully false idea of hell. But then Peter said about the true idea. But it our we didn't saw the question about it. So
okay,
it was
now you got
that.
it. Which one? Which one answer is the right answer?
And the question number two, when last sentence is that what he saw in this picture. Actually, in this picture, it was false idea, but after a while, then Peter said about the true idea. So
E-
yeah, I
Exactly.
got it. Answer is A.
Exactly. The right answer is letter A. So the first option is the right one because he saw a very attractive picture, but that picture was giving a false idea of hell because hell it is not good. Hell it's not to be a very beautiful place. There will be a beautiful woman there. There will be a lot of drink, a lot of a beverage there. That is not a real
Yeah, yeah,
idea.
yeah. Got
That
it.
is not a real idea about the hell. So the hell is to be a bad place. So that is a right question. So guys, I love this part of our study. I'm so excited to spend this time with you here. Unfortunately, I have no more time to spend with you guys because I had some things to do before the lunchtime. I have to be another place here. But I'm so glad to spend this Brazilian morning with you. I don't know exactly what time is it at your country. I know some in Cambodia to be almost 9 p.m., 8 or 9 p.m. I believe so. Right. And I believe that Charming is the same time. It's a little bit later on Charming country and Denver. And
Yeah,
Ralph,
it's 8 p.m.
8 p.m. It's like the same Cambodia. What time is it in Cambodia now, Ta?
It's 9 past 15.
Oh, really?
Nine
9:15.
past
1 hour later
What
in
is the
Cambodia, in
15?
our country it's 8:17.
Exactly. 8:17 and 9:17, 9:15 at Cambodia. Okay. And Ralph, what time is it at your country?
5:19.
5:19,
Yes,
5 p.m.
yes, 5:19.
Okay, it's afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon.
Okay, 5 p.m., 5:19 p.m. It's just some hours from different Brazil. Now it's 11:20 or 11:19 a.m. 11:19 a.m. It's some minutes before the lunchtime, some minutes before midnight. And guys, I'm so excited to learn English with you. I always love to be here with you. I always love to see how my English improved since the last time that we practiced. I'm so glad to see that my English is not being weakened. To be honest, it's just a pause. Just my English have been just improving since we got together here, since we started this English speaking session, this English speaking club. And I'd like to hear a little bit about your thoughts. I'd like to hear some ideas. What did you like to study? How did you like to develop this English group? Have been looking for new ways to keep your motivation, to keep you focus on your English. But I'd like to hear what did you talk about our English sessions? Do you like it? How I have been conducting, or do you have an idea? Do you have a new idea to bring to develop our English speaking club? What did you thought about the way that I have been bringing these topics to you guys? Let me start by you, Tam. Share with us your thoughts. Share with us what you think it to be, if it's right the way that we are conducting, and or if you have a new option, a new idea to share with us here.
Yes, Alex, you are ready. I can say that our English session, our English class practice speaking here is very good. and help me a lot and our friend here. And there are so many topics to talk about, and you bring so many things to show us. And I really appreciate what you have done. Exactly, is we have like like you said at the first time that I joined this English class, we need new students, new people to join us. We had to show everyone to improve their English to join us. Um, if we have many friends, another friend to join us, we really are really happy. And our student here, they also want to communicate with other people around the world. It's very amazing.
Nice, nice. I agree. I totally agree with you. I feel the same. And thank you so much to be part of our group. Okay, never give up about your English. Always stay here with us. We love you. We love everyone who are here with us. And Ralph, I'd like to know about you, Ralph. Ralph is one of the newer member of our English speaking club. I'd like to know about you, Ralph. What did you thought about our English class? At least some of you join us.
I'm, I'm happy to study English with you, with
Nice.
all member of the group.
And we are so excited to have you here, Ralph. It's always important to join, to get new members, to join with new people. And it's a pleasure to know people who are living all over the world. For instance, now we have a guy who are living in Qatar, for instance, and we have a woman who is living in Cambodia and Bangladesh, another one. And we have a lot of guys who join us here, like Denver, like Rajesh, like Genoa, like we have another woman from China, for instance, Alice from China. Unfortunately, Alice is not joining us because she is on her trip. He is on her business trip right now. That's why Alice could not join us, because Alice is always here with us, but unfortunately, as she is working a lot these last weekends, and that's why she didn't join us. But she said to me that as soon as possible, she gonna join. She gonna get back at our English group, and that's the magic here. The magic is you guys. You are the magic. There is no magic way to learn English, but there's a magic techniques that can help us a lot to pass through it. And Charming, let me know about you. What did you think about our English class? I know that Charmy is studied a lot to get an IELTS English speaking test, IELTS exam, and she had a lot of idea. And I'd like to know about you, Charmy. Tell us a little bit about what do you think about the way that we are conducting this English meeting?
Actually, I've always said that our session is doing very well, and I'm very happy to have you as our instructor or host. Actually, it's very helpful for us to have a wonderful man like you. Uh, I think you can finish your call, then I can start.
Okay, guys, I'd like to know about you, Denver. I'm just a quickly phone call here, but keep going, keep going. I'd like to know about you, Denver. What did you think about our English class?
Actually, Alex, I want to say one more thing. That is, if our today's class, it was so good. I feel so interesting because when we are question and answering, it was so good. And I think if we turn back that type of ideas or that type of passage and question and answering, it will be very great for us because in today's session, we just saw that we all are understand some story and we are answering some story about some answer question and answer, and it was like very good for us because when we are talking about our daily life, it's always good, but we have to know about academic or something about like this story about, and it will help us our reading skill also. And I know that you all don't have to attend IELTS exam or any other exams, but it will help us also, because we have to improve our listening skill, writing, reading, all of this, because English is about all of like 4 modules for us, so it will be very helpful for us. And if we continue with some other ideas about today's session, it will be very great, I think. And also one more thing, that is you still saw that in today's session all of us read this passage, and we all of us question saw the questions and answering the questions, and all of us like have a opinion for the answer, and we all of us are explain it very well. And I think that is the main way, then we can learn about new thing, new opinion. We can understand, and we can express, we can explain it. And when we are trying to explain the other things, then it helps us to improve our sentence making. So I think that is a good way for improving. That's all what I think.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I'd like to ask sorry because I got a business call here, so I had to answer. So that's why I was speaking on my cell phone. And I'd like to
Alex,
know.
I would like to say that I completely disagree with Charmin, because our previous class is definitely oil. I think that because speaking is one of the most things in our meetings, and we are prepared for speaking. And when when we will do the exam IELTS, and we face to face IELTS speaking test. But reading is definitely so hard, and it is practice, more practice every day ourselves, and then we are great in this reading. We are oil do this reading. But today class is better. But I think speaking always part 2 part 1 speaking is better than speaking is better, more better than today class, because we are so beginner, and we learn more and more. We have to learn more and more, and it's way to only way previous class like speaking, and any question about we are talking with you, and we are talk yeah, that's it. And I hope next class will be better, and next class about a speaking modules class will be, it is better for us. Reading is more difficult, and so today class is about reading definitely. But I think it is so pro level, and how can I say, that's why when we are learn more and more speaking, and then we will go to the reading part and today part. That's
I
it.
got you. I got your temp here. I agree
I want
with both. I
Alex,
agree.
I want to
Ju-
explain it.
just a second. I agree with both of you because we must to keep a balance between speaking and between interpretation. We must interpretation what is. We must know how to interpret, how to understand what things it's writing, what things it's gonna be. So this English speaking club, as the name it's called, as it called, English speaking club, the majority of time is to practice our speaking skills. But always, I repeat, always we have bring some English topic, writing it, some English questions, some English sentences to ask you. For instance, I'd like to show, and I will share my screen again with you, just for you have an idea what I'm talking about. I always brought some English topics here And we and you, Denver, we already did it. We already studied these topics. For instance, IELTS, for instance, IELTS speaking topics has a lot of interpretation situation, and you should answer. You should know how to answer the right, but to know how to answer, you should read at least some topics. For instance, let me share here my screen now with you guys. We must improve our English. And how can you do it? We can do it, but take some new steps. We cannot do the same always and think that it's going to be right. Everything's going to be easy. English, as you have been studying, as you develop your own English, things get harder and harder, and that is the life. That is everything in our life. So, for instance, this show, I'd like to share with you this picture. Family. I'd like to ask you now, for instance, I love my family, and I hope you love yours too. Let's have a conversation about it. And you should answer, Denver, for instance, question number 1, 2, and 3. Would you like to start a family one day? How big is your family? And how do you spend time with your family members? So I just asked you these 3 questions, and you should answer. But how can you answer this question? And if you, in the middle of your answering, you forgot what type of question you are focused on it. So you should write. You should write. You go to the screen. You should review and should read it and answer again. So that's why I today on my today English speaking session I brought it a new talk. First of all, I'd like to make a little bit different our English speaking session. And second, it's always important because I didn't ask you guys to read it. I just read myself. It was just I read the short story, so I didn't ask you to read because it's not an English reading club. It's an English speaking club. So that's why I read for you the short story, and I just asked the question, and I asked you to explain to me why did you thinking about it. So the majority of our today classes was about speaking. Everyone here gave your own opinion about the topic. I do not ask you, I repeat, I do not ask you for everyone reading this story. I read for you, so that was not focus of our English speaking classes today. I'd like to be clear about it, okay, guys? So, but I believe
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I believe that it's important for all of you guys to be ready to start reading, to know how to reading, to know how to interpretation, to make a bad understanding about some stories, because reading can be so helpful. Reading can be 40% of your English studies. Should be 40%. 60% should be speaking, but reading should be at least 40% of your English study, because if you get a better reading skills, you're gonna be very good in your writing, you're gonna be very good on your speaking, you're gonna be very good on your mind and talks about English. Charming, feel free to explain, feel free to say. I don't know if you understand, guys, what I meaning without when I
Yeah,
was
I
speaking.
understand. Actually, I want to clear about it. That is, Tanvir said about my opinion. I didn't say about my IELTS preparation or IELTS module. I just say that when in our IELTS class, it's totally different for our English session, because here we are just for speaking. But you have to know about that. How can we improve our speaking? If you don't know about how can we improve our speaking, that is not the way that we are speaking all time and we didn't know how to improve it. And when we are thinking about that, how to improve speaking, and reading is the first key of speaking, because when you are not sorry read, it's not reading, it's listening. Listening is the first key of speaking, because we didn't know how to speak or what to speak. When we are listening, and then we are read it, and we know what they are talking about it, or said about it, then we understand. And after all of this procedure, then we can speak. So first of all, we can listen something, and then we can answer it, or we can say about something. So speaking, when we are start to speak something, we have to learn about how to listening and how to reading. And listening, after listening, we can understand what word we will use to understand. Sorry, not understand. It's express something about what we are thinking. So listening is the first K, and next, when we read something, then we understand which word is appropriate for our expression or how our thinking. So reading and listening is just attached with speaking. So it's very important. I didn't say about that. We have to continue about IELTS speaking or reading, writing. It's not convenient for our speaking, but it's very important to learn how good is your listening skill. If you are not listening in a good way, then you don't understand what ever anyone want to say with you or want to express their ideas. And if you don't understand other word, others opinion, then how can you speak something? And one of the most thing here it is that Alex is said everything, every question to us. And if we are not good to listening, how can we answer you? So it's very common thing that we have to listen first. And also in our every session, we have to read some question. If we don't know how to read something or how to read a question, and then how can we understand the question and how can we answer about it? So listening and reading, it's fully attached and it's half part of speaking. If you know how to listen and how to improve your reading, and then you know what word is used to speak something. So it's very important, I think. And I saw that in our today's class, we all of us can read, and what you were said, we are listening and we can understand. And one more thing is that in reading, they are used very new word, new vocabularies, and when we are understand the new vocabularies, we can also know that new vocabularies, and we think that how can we use these those new vocabularies in our speaking. So this type of rule is used to speak something, and it's improve our speaking. So that is the way I say that it will be improve our speaking. It's not like that it's a reading module, it's a writing module, or it's a listening module. It's totally different, because I continue my
Guys, I
health
I
speaking,
just
it's
would like
other
to ask
thing.
you. I just would like to ask a little question here, a quick time here, because we are in the middle of the recording session. I'd like to run advise it. So I got to the both points. It's very interesting and it's very useful. We're gonna adjust our English classes here, but
I'm just talking.
yeah, just a second. Just a second, time here. I'd like just to ask you guys, and I gonna finish this English recording meeting here, and after that we're gonna understand better what's happening here. But I got to your both sides. I understand. I believe everyone here got your both side, your both point of view, and I agree with you said, guys. You both said good things to help us to understand better our English meetings here. And but it today was very awesome. I love to practice English with you today. I love my English points that I brought. I brought interesting points, as Time just said, as Tanker said. We had the opportunity to understand a little bit better about our English grammar, our speaking skills, and our listening skills. So we practice 3 ways here. And I'm leaving this English meeting so better than when I started. And I'd like to ask you guys, if you are not subscribed at our YouTube channel, if you're not watching in videos of ours, I'd like to warn you to watching us, to click on the thumbs up buttons, and to help you subscribing at this YouTube channel, because this helps us so much to manage more people, to reach out people all over the world as we have here. And today you practice English with us here on this YouTube channel, which is called Yes, You Can, because I really believe that's totally possible learning English by yourself. See you soon in our next English meeting.